In life, we often hear people say things like, karma will get them, or just wait for retribution. The word karma is frequently associated with punishment, divine wrath, or an unseen force waiting to judge us. Many people view karma as a death sentence or a preordained destiny. However, if we open the original sutra's discourses, we find that the Buddha never taught this. In Buddhism, karma is not a punishment, it is a natural law, much like the law of conservation of energy or the law of gravity. There is no supreme being sitting in the sky keeping a ledger of your sins. You are the creator of your actions, and you are the heir to their results. The Buddha taught the law of cause and effect, karma and vipaka, not to make us fearful, but to empower us with the absolute mastership over our own lives. In the Nibbatika Sutta, the penetrative discourse, Anguttara Nikaya, the Buddha delivered a profound definition that revolutionized the philosophical landscape of his time. It is volition satana, monks, that I call karma. For having willed, one acts by body, speech, or mind. What does this mean? It means that karma does not solely reside in the physical action itself, but in the intention motive behind it. If a surgeon cuts open a patient's abdomen to save their life, the action causes bleeding and pain, but it is good karma, because the surgeon's mind is directed toward healing. Conversely, if you smile and speak sweetly to someone, but in your mind, you are calculating how to scam them out of their money, then, despite the pleasant words, you are planting a very heavy, bad karma. Authentic Dharma teaches us not to just look at the surface of an action. The seeds of cause and effect are planted right in every thought and intention that arises in our minds, second by second. A timeless question that makes many people lose faith in karma is, why do some people who are kind and do good deeds all their lives face constant misfortune and illness? Meanwhile, cruel people live in luxury and wealth? In the Kula Kamavibhanga Sutta, the shorter exposition of action, a young man named Subha asked the Buddha this exact question. The Buddha replied, beings are owners of their actions, heirs of their actions, they originate from their actions, are bound to their actions, have their actions as their refuge. It is action that distinguishes beings as inferior and superior. To understand this, we must distinguish between the seed cause karma and the conditions pakaya. The seed you plant today will not bear fruit tomorrow. It requires time, sunlight, and water. When a good person experiences misfortune today, they are harvesting the fruit of an unwholesome seed planted in the distant past. But through their present good deeds, they are sowing wholesome seeds for the future. When a cruel person enjoys wealth today, they are simply exhausting the merit account they accumulated in the past. Once that merit runs out, the unwholesome seeds they are currently planting will ripen into bitter fruit. Karma is never late, it simply waits for the right conditions to converge. Many think, if I planted bad seeds in the past, is my life ruined? Do I just have to grit my teeth and endure the punishment? Absolutely not. Buddhism is not a religion of fatalism or passive acceptance. In the Lanaphala Sutta, the Salt Crystal Sutta, the Buddha used a brilliant and relatable metaphor to explain how we can transform our karma. The Buddha asked the monks, suppose a man drops a lump of salt into a small cup of water. What do you think, monks? Would the water in that small cup become salty and unfit to drink? The monks replied, yes, Lord. Because there is only a little water. The Buddha asked again, now suppose a man drops a lump of salt into the river Ganges. What do you think? Would the water in the river Ganges become salty and unfit to drink because of that lump of salt? The monks replied, no, Lord. Because the mass of water in the river Ganges is great. The lump of salt represents the past mistakes and bad karma we have committed. The volume of water represents our current state of mind and the good deeds we do today. If your mind is narrow, selfish, and lacking in wholesome actions like a small cup of water, Even a small bad karma ripening will make your life overwhelmingly bitter and painful. But if you cultivate a boundless heart of loving kindness, live with compassion, help others, and practice diligently like the vast river Ganges, then when that bad karma ripens, it is diluted. You will still experience the result, but it will pass by gently, without the power to break you. The Buddha was a master psychologist. He categorized karma very practically in the Kukura Vatika Sutta, the dog duty ascetic sutta. Dark karma with dark result: malicious actions of body, speech, and mind that harm oneself and others. This leads to suffering. Bright karma with bright result: wholesome actions that bring joy and benefit. This leads to happiness. Dark and bright karma, the reality for most of us. Sometimes we help people, sometimes we lose our temper and shout. The resulting life will be a mix of pleasure and pain. Karma that is neither dark nor bright, leading to the end of karma. This is the highest state for a practitioner. It happens when you do good without expecting gratitude, without attachment to the I, who is doing good. You do it simply because it needs to be done. This is the path leading to complete liberation from the cycle of birth and death samsara. Let go of the fear of a punishing deity. You are the architect of your own existence. In the Upajjhatana Sutta Subjects for Contemplation, the Buddha advised us to remind ourselves of these 5 facts daily to keep our minds grounded and awakened. I am subject to aging, have not gone beyond aging. I am subject to illness, have not gone beyond illness. I am subject to death, have not gone beyond death. I will grow different, separate from all that is dear and appealing to me. I am the owner of my actions, heir to my actions, born of my actions, related through my actions, and have my actions as my arbitrator. Whatever I do, for good or for evil, to that will I fall heir. When we truly understand the law of karma according to the authentic Dharma, we stop blaming circumstances and stop cursing fate. We become profoundly careful with every word, every thought, and every action in the present moment. Because your future is not written on the lines of your palms, nor in the reading of fortune tellers. It rests entirely in the palm of your hand, right here, right now.